On board were 248 members of the U.S. Army returning to the United States after completing a peacekeeping mission in the Egyptian Sinai Desert. All 248 passengers, as well as 8 crew members, were killed instantly, becoming the deadliest aviation accident ever to occur on Canadian soil.
It's one of the worst air disasters ever, and it's taken more Canadian lives than any other crash in history. Air India Flight 182 simply disappeared from radar screens off the coast of Ireland. On board were 329 people. More than 280 of them were Canadians. At least 86 of the passengers were children. It is almost certain that no one survived.
Thousands of people lay dead or trapped in the ruins of apartment complexes, hotels, hospitals, and other public buildings. The force of the disaster was impressive. This was the most violent earthquake in the history of Mexico. The Arenas crater, 16,000 feet above sea level, erupted. The relatively small explosion melted a mere 5 to 10% of the ice cap that covered the volcano. Nevertheless, it was sufficient to trigger the violent descent of a destructive amount of mud and rock along the beds of the Lagunilla and Chinchina rivers.
Montana. Hey, Marino. Great game, man.
Oh, thanks.
That draw play in the second quarter, great choice.
You make a choice because it feels right.
Can I buy you one?
It's the least you can do.
Diet Pepsi, 100% NutraSweet.
Here you go. Don't drop it.
100% taste.
Hey folks, Crazy Climber 80 here again, and this time we're going to look at game number 10 in our 20 from 1985 series, and this game is based on a 1984 Indiana Jones movie, and that of course is Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, and that is what this game is called, and this was created by Atari Games. And I remember seeing this everywhere, but I don't think it's a great game. it's got some positives for sure. You have an 8-way joystick and a whip button. And I love that title screen there. That is beautiful looking for 1985. Really well done there. The rest of the game, it has its strong points and it has its weak points. We'll get into those a little bit later. But you can play one-player solo play, or you can play two-player alternating play, or you can give both 2 credits to player 1, and then you'll have you can have 7 lives that way. Otherwise, for 1 credit, you just get 3 lives. Now, there are 3 different stages for each wave. We'll see a couple different ones later on. But one is the mine area, where you gotta free slave children. You don't really have to do that. You just basically need to make your way to the mine cart area, and that's this. And then there is also an area where you have to collect a Sankara Stone, and you need to collect a total of 3. So you have to do all those stages multiple times. And you don't want to fall in the lava, obviously. Later on, you will have a rope bridge stage. And then after that, there will be a bonus stage, and we will look at both of those later. Good music for this game. The sound effects are kind of silly. You'll hear the Thuggee Guards mumble or groan or gasp or something, and it's very silly sounding. And it happens all the damn time in the game. But I will give myself the 7 lives for 2 credits given to player number 1. And you can choose easy, medium, or hard stage, or a difficulty. And you will get a big bonus for beating all those 3 stages. For beating medium or hard. Plus, you can get 1 or 2 extra lives. Now, to open up these cages for the slave children, you have to whip them. And there's one of the Thuggee Guards. I remember hearing that when somebody was playing it, I just laughed. I was like, what the hell? But, you get a special bonus for saving all the children, and the game will tell you how many children you have to save. You don't even have to save any, really. You just have to make your way to the minecart, but it's good to try to get all the children and get a nice bonus. And you can get bonus points here in the minecart ride by whipping consecutive enemies. And you can turn over those gas cans by whipping them and take out the enemies that are behind you, because they can ram you and cost you a life. And now here's where I collect the first Sankara Stone. Don't fall in the lava. And you can go in one of the doors on the opposite sides of the where the stone is. Or you can go to the far left or far right and enter other doors, possibly. You will get points for whipping the Thuggee Guards, and you can whip them repeatedly to knock them off a ledge. You can fall down one small floor, and that is it. Fall down any more, and you will lose a life. But yeah, each time you whip one of the guards, they will fall on their butt, and you whip them repeatedly to knock them off a ledge. And there will be little posts that you can whip, and you'll swing across automatically. Some of the sound effects sound like Harrison Ford, and some of them do not. If you take too long to free one of the children, Mola Ram, the boss, or the main bad guy of Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, the movie, will appear and throw a flaming heart at you. Disgusting. So you'll want to free another child to keep him from appearing, at least for a little while. But new little challenges will be arrive on new waves that you beat, and you have to beat 3 waves in order to beat the game. and go to the special bonus area that does not end, and we'll look at that later. But yeah, there are special things that you can uncover, or that you can trip to take out enemies that are approaching behind you, like knock over gas kegs or gas cans, or maybe a tray of boulders or something like that. But there will be dead ends that you can accidentally run, and you have to basically know the terrain of each stage. And now we've got these spikes that stick up, and you need to go across when the time is right. But like I said, Indiana Jones can fall one very small ledge. So if you want to save yourself a little bit of time or something for some reason, you're not timed, but the Thuggee Guards might end up getting faster, more persistent. Mola Ram will appear a lot more and try to throw a flaming heart at you. Stuff like that, so don't dawdle if you can help it. And now we have a bat. Playing the harder difficulty levels will make more of the difficult things appear earlier, like spikes or bats. Later on we'll see conveyor belts and presses, or grinding wheels, and you'll see them earlier if you chose medium or hard difficulty. So yeah, you have to learn the layout of the minecart area. Later on, in medium or hard difficulty, you will see you will have little jumps you'll have to make, and you'll need to move fast enough. Yeah, I remember hearing somebody play this, and I kept hearing I was like, what in the hell is going on? Well, to be truthful, the Hindi language is kind of sing-songy, but it just sounds silly in this game. Yeah, if you can't go into one of those doors by the Sankara Stone, then you got to go out a different door. And once I beat this area, then I will have to play the rope bridge. And on the rope bridge, you have to try to get close enough to this sensor that's right by Mola Ram, and Mola Ram will keep chucking flaming hearts at you. So you have to keep whipping until you're close enough to whip the sensor. Or maybe you had to touch it, I can't remember for sure. But then you get to cut the bridge and end that stage and go to the bonus area. And the bonus area does not end, and you will have to keep playing it until you run out of lives. But it is very hard, so you might end up running out of lives before you know it. But yeah, don't forget that you can keep whipping those guards until they fall down a floor. Very helpful to know that. Something else is that sometimes you can lean whoops, there, they got me. I like that the game tells you what you need to do to avoid that death. See, there I fell down one floor and didn't die. Just fall down one very short floor. Yeah, I need to go find a slave child to free so that I can keep Mola Ram from throwing flaming hearts at me. That's just disgusting. The Thuggee Guards are really clumsy in this game, but in real life they were very very dangerous, very skilled, renowned group. But yeah, they made him cartoony and silly in both the game and the movie. I was not a big fan of the movie. I don't think I even got to see it in the theater. I think I waited until it came out on VHS. I mean, it's exciting, but it's just stupid, and I was not a fan of Steven Spielberg's wife, Kate Capshaw, in it. You can sometimes reach across gaps with your whip and smack a children's cage if it's just within reach. If you leave any captives behind, any slaves, children, you will not get a special bonus. Yeah, you can slow down the cart by pulling back on the joystick backwards, or you can move fast forward by pushing forward. And you still move kind of fast if you don't do anything with the joystick. But you'll need to avoid those dead ends. It's good to knock over the gas can right at the end to make the cart behind you hit it. And now we're on the rope bridge. Yeah, you have to whip the flaming hearts as they come at you, and you have to. For some reason, the game made, or I didn't get to see the hearts here, but you need to reach that sensor, and then Mola Ram will fall to his death. Now we go to the challenge round, and this does not end. What you need to do now is get these statues, and there's one, and you'll get an increasing bonus for the more statues that you get. And look at the bottom. It will tell you where the next statue is. And now you have this annoying little prince guy from the movie that will make you freeze for a couple seconds when he gets near you, and he'll keep reappearing. It's a real pain in the butt. There he is down there. Damn it. I will not play all the rest of the way. And I did not get another statue, but you get increasing bonuses for the more statues that you find. But the game will tell you at the bottom where the next one is, giving you clues. So it'll say the second statue is down, or the sacred statue. And so that's where you need to find the next one. And now we have the rolling presses. This was in the movie, and they'll automatically kill you when you run into them. The Thuggee Guards do a lot of the damage to themselves. They'll fall off things, they'll run into the presses, etc. And we have these slides that you are forced to slide downward on. Hate that little guy. Didn't want to get pressed, I didn't. But some of these added difficulties we will find earlier in the medium or hard difficulty settings. I'd scooted forward in just a moment here to my last life. And now I gotta put in my initials. But yeah, that final stage does not end. It just keeps playing and playing until you run out of lives. That is Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, the arcade game. And this was game number 10. I hope you enjoyed the second intro in my 1985 series.
Welcome.
Well, I thank you for watching Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, game number 10 in our 20 from 1985 series. And I hope you join me soon for game number 9. Hope you all have a happy Thanksgiving. Take it easy, everybody, and I will see you later. Bye-bye, folks.